You got the best, the hottest band in the world, Kiss!
Hey all, it's me, Dr. Fukk, and I'm making a video because I was inspired by somebody on the Facebook page. And if you're not part of it, Almost Human 56, this YouTube channel has a Facebook page, and it's a real cool page, a lot of interaction going on. And somebody put up a post that asked me about something and inspired me to make this video. So let me tell you what this guy wrote. His name is Andrew Gribble, and he wrote, "Hey Ralph Vieira, have you ever done a YouTube video on what would be your ideal track listing for Kiss Alive 3, Alive 4, Alive 5, etc. Had Kiss continued on releasing live albums after every 3 studio albums? A few of us were discussing it a while back and think they should have done one after the solo albums Dynasty, Unmasked, and then another after Elder, Killers, Creatures, and Lick It Up. So I decided to make my list of Kiss Alive 3. What would be Kiss Alive 3 if they did it after Unmasked? So I compiled songs from the 4 solo albums, Dynasty and Unmasked. So I figure, that would be 3 albums if you really look at it. Now the 4 solo albums count as 1, Dynasty and Unmasked. So this is going to be my list for what would be Kiss Alive 3 if they did it after those albums. Now, I know a lot of you aren't going to agree with my list, but you're more than welcome to put your list in the comments below. So let's all do this together, but you can also do it at the Facebook page. Come on, join my Facebook page, the Almost Human 56 Facebook page. It's fucking bitchin', so check it out. And I know this is by far the nerdiest thing I've ever done on the Kiss Almost Human channel. It's a very nerdy thing to do, but fuck it, Alright, so Kiss Alive 3, it's gonna start right now, and boom! Yeah, that's right, I started with a song off the Ace Frehley solo album, Rip It Out, which I think is the strongest of all the opening tracks on all these albums. And you're probably saying, well fuck, Ace Frehley opening a Kiss show? Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't it suck he never has? But you see, Kiss Alive had Deuce with Gene, Kiss Alive 2 had Detroit with Paul, and fuck it, let's have fucking Ace open it up. So Rip It Out, yeah, and there's a lot of Ace Frehley songs from the solo album on here, but there's also a lot that I didn't add that I love. See, there's a lot of songs on here I love that I didn't add. So, and some that I'm not really too crazy about, but I figure, hey, for the flow, it'll work. Like the next song, Is That You? A song that I don't really hate, but it's alright. I mean, I figure, it's the best I can, from this list, to me it's the best song to go right after, the opening track, because it does open Unmasked, and it's kind of rocky rolly, and I think it's a good choice for track 2, and plus it's the Unmasked tour, so I'm going to add some Unmasked songs on here. Not a lot, actually. Now that I look at my list, I really don't add any Unmasked songs. There's only like 2 on here. 3 Unmasked songs. That's pretty shitty. But hey, man, that's because I think songs from the other albums were stronger. So, Is That You is track 2. Going into track 3, Naked City. Yeah, my favorite track off of Unmasked, and the first song to feature Gene on my Kiss Alive 3. Tell you the truth, Gene's not really that much on here. He doesn't really have that many tracks on here, but Ace does. Ace and Paul have a bunch. So Naked City, and then that's track 3. And then we're going to go back to Ace on track 4 with 2000 Man. Great fucking rockin' song. And to me this keeps the album like heavy so far, like rocking, it's not really getting no ballads, but I figured, after 4 tracks, let's throw in a ballad. And yes, that's where I bring in See You Tonight from Gene Simmons' solo album. I figured it's the good first ballady song, and just for the flow of the album, And then when this song ends, we go into a more rockin' tune, which is my favorite song off Dynasty, believe it or not. Dirty Living. Yeah, Dirty Living with Peter Criss on vocals, but you're probably saying, well, Peter Criss wasn't in the band anymore during Unmasked. But yeah, but then again, Tomorrow and Tonight and Hard Luck Woman wasn't recorded live, and yet it showed up on Kiss Alive too. So let's just say Peter Criss showed up for like a sound check, and they did Dirty Living, and they added crowd noises just to keep the tradition of Tomorrow and Tonight and Hard Luck Woman, the tradition that is Kiss Alive 2. So yeah, after Dirty Living, we go back to Ace with probably the heaviest song off his solo album, Snowblind, ripping tune, where I feel like this song, Snowblind, should go into a guitar solo. You know, the Ace Frehley guitar solo. And then after the solo, Paul comes out and does my favorite track off his solo album, It's Alright, to keep it heavy. And I think I love that song. And after that, boom, another Ace tune, Hard Times off Dynasty. Keeping it going, another Dynasty shot right after that. Another Gene song, probably the last Gene song on there, I think. No, actually it's not the last Gene song. But Charisma off Dynasty. This represents, yeah, Gene only does 2 tracks off Dynasty, and I'll give him more than 2 tracks on here, but yeah, I dig Dynasty. And then going back to Ace's album with Ozone. Fuck yeah, put Ozone. I had to put Ozone on here. But then again, I didn't put Wiped Out, and I love Ozone just as much as Wiped Out, so it was hard picking between both of them, so there you go. After that, going back to Dynasty with Paul Stanley's Magic Touch, which I did actually see him perform this live on the Live to Win tour, which was amazing, and I always loved Magic Touch, and it was great to actually see him play it live, even though I know he did back then. Alright, and then bam, the last Gene track to be featured on the Kiss Alive 3 is his solo track, Radioactive, which I always dug this song. It's a good little pop rocker. I dig Radioactive, and then bam, back to Ace Frehley, the star of that era, actually, because if you notice, like, Ace Frehley got 3 songs off those 2 albums, and his solo albums, I don't care what anybody says, Soul More was more popular, and by popular, if you put up a poll, he will win. I know Paul will get a lot of votes, but not as much as Ace. Go ahead, make a poll. I'll make a poll on the Almost Human Facebook page, or you can too, and you'll see Ace Frehley will win. So we're back to Ace Frehley's solo album with Speeding Back to My Baby. Kick-ass fucking song. And you know, since we've been rocking a while there, then bam, let's mellow out to Shandy from Unmasked. And it is kind of like the hit, you know, and we're winding it down to the last few songs. And again, this is my fantasy Kiss Alive 3, so it would be cool if, go into another Ace Frehley song. Jesus Christ, Ace Frehley doesn't stop on here. With the final track off Dynasty, Save Your Love. That's right, all 3 songs from Dynasty are featured on Kiss Alive 3, that Ace Frehley song, but not one off Unmasked that Ace Frehley. That's right, Talk to Me and Two Sides of the Coin and Torpedo Girl did not make my Kiss Alive 3. I know, blasphemy, since I am a big Ace fan, but I'm sorry, I just feel like the flow would have been kind of ruined. So after Save Your Love, we mellow out again for Paul Stanley's epic Tonight You Belong to Me, the song that starts off his solo album. It starts real mellow and then it gets real heavy and bam, and then I figured the last song before the encores would be the somewhat hit, not the biggest hit they did, but I mean, I guess the 3rd biggest hit they did was Sure Know Something. So, and I love that song, and I figured that would end the set. Sure Know Something would end the set, and then on the encore would be the 2nd biggest hit off all those albums, which was New York Groove from Ace Frehley. That'll be the encore. And then to close the whole show, the biggest hit at the time, and believe me, there's songs I would pick over this, but I had to do it for the sake of Kiss Alive 3. Just end it with the bombastic disco hit, I Was Made for Loving You. That would close Kiss Alive 3. So there you go. What are your thoughts on my Kiss Alive 3? I know a lot of people ain't gonna agree. A lot of people will probably say, nah man, I would have put Talk to Me instead of, you know, whatever, like Hard Times or Save Your Love. Yeah, I understand, dudes. I mean, that's why the world keeps going around and around and around, because we all have different opinions, and that's what makes it interesting. If we all agreed, it'd be boring. So I'd be interested to see everybody put their top 20 songs from those albums. I know a lot of you out there would be like, dude, there's no such thing. Those albums suck. Yeah, well, that's your opinion, so don't leave no comment. Anyway, so what's his name again? I want to thank him, Andrew Gribble. And the next time you see me, I'm going to compile a list for Kiss Alive 4, which consists of songs from The Elder, Killer, Creatures of the Night, and I'm going to throw and lick it up because Killer only has a couple of new tunes, and I am going to add a song or two from that one. I haven't compiled the list yet. I know there's one song off Killer I'm definitely going to put on there. And you know, I'm just going to compile like that stuff and Kiss Alive 4. That's the next time you see me. So I hope you enjoyed the Nerd Fest that is Dr. Fuck's version of what should have been Kiss Alive 3. You know what? I think it would have been cool if Kiss always released a live album after 3 releases. But we had to wait for that abysmal, in my opinion, abysmal Kiss Alive 3 after the Revenge Tour, which they threw in a lot of old songs, and they let out, they didn't even add anything from Unmasked or The Elder or all that stuff. So that's why I'm going to keep it, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do Kiss Alive 4, then after Kiss Alive 4 I'm going to do Kiss Alive 5, which is Animalized Asylum Crazy Nights, and then Kiss Alive 6, which is Hot in the Shade, Revenge, and Carnival of Souls. And then I can even do a Kiss Alive 7, which is Psycho Circus, Sonic Boom, and Monster. Wow, this is it. What a Nerd Fest. Now let me know. I'm going to take your vote, man. Is this a good idea what I'm doing here? Or is this like just too nerdy for you? Because if it is, leave a comment down there whether you like it or you hate it. Because I don't want to waste my time doing this shit. Nobody, because probably people watching this said, man, that sucked. I'm not going to watch Kiss Alive 4, 5, 6, 7. Fuck this guy. Let me know. Or say, goddamn, that ruled. Even though I don't agree with you, I liked it, so keep doing it, Dr. Fuck. Let me know. And Kiss Alive, you wanted the best. Well, you are the best. The hottest band in the world, us. You know, it's just me and you. Me and you guys. We're the best, man. We're the fucking best. We're better. We're better than Kiss. See you next time.